So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Another athletic scandal rocks Auburn, while other Tiger sports hit the field. All this and more on Sports Night in Auburn. Good evening, everyone. I'm Javon Cutler.
And I'm Taylor Harrison. Thank you for joining us on Sports Night in Auburn. A third scandal in a month rocks the Auburn Athletics Department. On Monday, Assistant Associate Head Coach Chuck Person was listed as a defendant in a federal bribery case. The case is being prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney's Office in New York. The FBI document states that in the fall of 2016, Person participated in a scheme which he successfully directed student athletes to retain services of a specific financial advisor and business manager. In response to the arrest, Auburn University put out a statement saying, "This morning's news is shocking. We are saddened, angry, and disappointed. We have suspended Coach Person without pay effective immediately. We are committed to playing by the rules, and that's what we expect from our coaches. In the meantime, Auburn is working closely with law enforcement, and we will help them in their investigation in any way we can." With Person's charges, this leaves an unknown for the basketball team moving forward. Person has been very closely linked to Auburn. He was a two-time All-American in 1985 and 1986 for Auburn and helped the Tigers reach the Elite Eight in 1986. He is also second on the Auburn all-time scoring list with 2,311 points. After a stint in the NBA, Person returned to Auburn to coach alongside Bruce Pearl in 2014. He has played a key role in recruiting, helping Auburn land the three best recruiting classes in program history in 2015, 2016, and 2017.
The athletic department scandals began in August with allegations of sexual harassment within the Auburn softball program. Former player Alexa Nemth filed a Title IX suit alleging abusive treatment and a pattern of sexual harassment. In an Eagle Eye exclusive, a former player told the story of assistant coach Corey Myers having a relationship with a player and the behavior that followed upon Corey's departure from the team. The player stated the following: "Coach Clint Myers said that we betrayed the family. Everything changed for the worse after the Georgia series. Nobody can truly understand what we went through. Out of the years I played, that was the most miserable time."
Following the softball scandal, football began problems of their own. Following the Mercer game, backup quarterback Shaun White was arrested for public intoxication. White was dismissed from the team due to the arrest. Gus Malzahn said in a statement, "Shaun White is no longer a part of our football program at Auburn. He has made poor decisions that are not in the best interest of our program and, more importantly, himself. We appreciate his time at Auburn and wish him nothing but the best."
With three scandals in a short time frame, many Auburn fans are calling for the resignation of athletic director Jay Jacobs.
The latest scandal leaves a question of what will happen to the Auburn basketball and the athletic department as a whole. Auburn has already lost five-star recruit E.J. Montgomery this week due to the Person scandal.
If you look back at other university athletic programs such as Baylor, Penn State, and UNC, serious restrictions were put on these schools' athletic programs, and some resulted in the firing of the athletic front office.
As these stories develop, we will keep you updated. Please check our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, or follow us on Twitter at EETV_sports.
Coming up, we look at the Tiger teams who competed this past week. All you missed up next on Sports Night in Auburn.
This is a place where it only takes a second to imagine your future. Grasp a new concept in class. Inspire a child's curiosity. Discover a real-world solution. Seize an unexpected opportunity.
There goes Davis!
This is where you gain the preparation, confidence, and determination to succeed. This is Auburn.
Football and volleyball began their SEC play on the road while other Tigers continue to impress at home. I'm Taylor Harrison with Jovan Coultler. Thanks for joining us. Auburn knew they had to improve offensively if they wanted to compete in the SEC. With Kerryon Johnson back, the Tigers hit the road to Mizzou to open SEC play, and they made a statement. Auburn's first drive of the game, Johnson gets the ball, finds the hole, and walks in for the 1-yard score. In the second quarter, Stidham drops back and throws a 46-yard pass to a wide-open Will Hastings. The Tigers would score and go up 21-0. Mizzou looking to answer, but Jeff Holland says no and takes down, lock the ball is out. The ball looks to be over, but Marlon Davidson realizes it is not, picks up the ball and takes off, setting up another Auburn score. In the third, Stidham drops back and launches a 57-yard bomb to Nate Craig Myers, who takes it in for the score. Auburn dominates Mizzou in a highlight reel game, winning 51-14.
How about that game? I mean, Kerryon played out of his mind. 5 touchdowns from him. Stidham looked really good. What were your thoughts about that?
That was really impressive. Auburn coming off of the week from Mercer. The offense wasn't really performing as they should have, and that was the way they performed in Missouri was really impressive.
Yeah, this is definitely the Auburn team we expected to see, and I expect this to happen all season, especially this week coming up against Mississippi State.
I'm excited for the rest of the season as well.
Sure,
yeah.
Volleyball also began their SEC play. Auburn hit the road to face Ole Miss and then traveled to UGA. The Tigers looked to bounce back after a tough loss to FSU, and they did for sure, defeating Ole Miss 3-1 on Friday. Then on Sunday, Auburn looked to extend their win streak, doing just that, sweeping the Bulldogs 3-0. The Tigers are now 2-0 in SEC play. On top of the 2 dominating wins, Jesse Earl was named SEC Defensive Player of the Week. The senior libero averaged 6.3 digs per set in the Tigers' 2 games this weekend. Her overall dig average is 4.9, which leads the SEC. After this break, we take a look at soccer and other Tiger teams that played this week. You're watching Sports Night in Auburn.
Coming off a 1-1 draw against SEC rival Tennessee, Auburn travels back home. The Tigers welcomed the Kentucky Wildcats to the Plains on Sunday with hopes for their 4th win at home. Auburn up 1-0 early, Kristen Dodson goes on a breakaway and shoots one last pass to the goals to give the Tigers the 2-0 lead. Before the end of the first half, Dodson once again dribbles down the field and punches in the goal, and the Tigers lead 3-0. The score would stand. Auburn wins 3-0. The Tigers were able to shut out Kentucky in the first half, scoring all 3 goals in the first half.
Anytime you can put away an SEC team in the first half with 3 goals and limit them to 1 goal on 1 shot on goal, it's a really great performance.
Soccer will now hit the road in search of their 3rd SEC win. On top of the Tigers' win, Caroline Badeau was named the SEC Defensive Player of the Week. This is the 2nd straight week that an Auburn player has won the title, with Sarah LeBeau being named last week.
Men's golf returned to the course Sunday and played through Tuesday in the Trinity Forest Invitational. The Tigers tied for 2nd at 7 under, tying Texas Tech. Number 10 of Florida pulled away and took the tournament title. Other highlights include Brandon Macheno tied for 3rd individually at 6 under, with Wells Paget tying for 11th at 1 under.
Women's tennis opened their fall season in Miami. The Tigers competed in the Miami Fall Invite, picking up 9 total wins against FGCU, Miami, and Pittsburgh. Weekend highlights include Jada Daniel defeating Miami's NCAA tournament semifinalists 6-3, 6-1. In doubles, Alez McCod and Daniel had a 6-1 win over FGCU.
Coming up, we'll give you a look at Tiger teams competing this weekend, the information you need after this.
I hope that you've been able to learn a strong work ethic surrounded by character, integrity, perseverance, so that when your 1 second comes, you'll be prepared for it.
Chris Davis.
45, there goes Davis!
Your 1 second, our 1 second is now. And our lives have been guided by the principles of one of the greatest academic institutions in the country, Auburn University.
Auburn sports never takes a week off, and we have everything you need to know to keep up with your favorite Tiger teams. The main event, football. Auburn will welcome Mississippi State to the Plains on Saturday. This will be the Tigers' first SEC home game of the season. Make sure you have your tickets ready for this battle in Jordan-Hare Stadium. Kickoff is slated for 5 p.m. on ESPN.
Soccer is back on the road this weekend. Tigers travel to Mississippi State on Friday in search of their third conference win. Kickoff is at 7 and will be streamed on the SEC Network Plus.
Volleyball returned to the Auburn Arena twice this weekend. On Friday, Auburn will face Mizzou. First serve is set for 7 p.m. Then, the Tigers return to the court on Sunday to face Arkansas at 1:30 p.m. Both matches are free to the public and will be broadcast on Weagle and on the SEC Network Plus.
Equestrian will be home competing for their Iron Bowl. Auburn welcomes Alabama on Friday. Competition is set to begin at 3 p.m. The competition is free to attend.
Men's tennis returns to the court. The Tigers will travel to Nashville to play in the Camarati Scramble. Play is set to start Friday and continue through Sunday.
Women's tennis will also be back on the court. Auburn will travel to Malibu to play in the All-American Championships. Tournament play will begin on Saturday and will continue through October 8th.
Cross country returns to action for the first time since September 9th. The Tigers will travel to Louisville to compete in the Louisville Classic on Saturday.
Women's golf will be back on the green this weekend. The Lady Tigers will travel to West Point, Mississippi for the Magnolia Invitational. First tee will start early Sunday morning and will continue through Tuesday.
To stay updated on the outcomes of all these Tiger games, go to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, or follow us on Twitter at EETV_sports.
From all of us at Sports Night in Auburn, thank you for joining us this evening. Good night and War Eagle.